It's recording.
Hi, everybody. It's Stacy Sobel, and I'm here with Marcy Cona from MC Salon and Spa in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. How are you, Marcy?
Great, Stacy. So glad to be with you today. It's a great day.
Good. It's always great when it's a great day, right?
Mhm.
So, you've been doing a lot of interesting things during this crisis, and we wanted to just touch base and get a little appraisal. But one of the first things you did is turn the homepage of your website into kind of a resource for your clients, and started off as being a way to really communicate the most urgent news about the salon. But then talk about how that transformed and how you've been using it to really touch base with clients and check in and see how they're doing.
So, Stacy, again, thanks for having me. My community was created on behalf of our team. As we faced the crisis, and it was like a crisis, we were trying to manage how do we stay connected as a team, not only together, but also with our guests. And we took a step back because what we were feeling that was happening in the industry was a very kind of defensive message. And we felt strongly that it was a time that we needed to serve our community. We look at our salon as kind of the centerpiece of the neighborhood. And we knew that everyone was challenged through this crisis, not just the salons and the stylists and the estheticians and the nail artists, it was everyone. So we wanted to create a platform in which guests could reach out and we could serve them.
Great. And then what kind of feedback have you gotten from your clients from reaching out in that way?
Right. So the feedback we've gotten has been amazing. We have received, since we launched this, which was about the 20th of March, I think we've have over 200 intakes, in other words, requests, and they range from everything from connecting with their stylist on giving them a tutorial on how to address, that grays coming in, or how to cut their bangs, or what to do, or just to connect. We have a lot of guests that are living alone and want to find a way to connect. And so we wanted to create a platform that was really about community and how to really address the important need of, it's so much more than the haircut, the color, or their nails. It's like, it was a place that I think guests really enjoyed coming to. So in the absence of it, we wanted to create this kind of virtual connection.
I think the salon really feeds people's soul, and I miss it just because that was, well, it's a real tangible way for me to connect with the industry that I work in every day. But I'm not in a salon every day, but I just love that environment, and it just kind of feeds the soul as well as the exterior. So
no, it's so true. It is so much more than the transaction of a service. It's a place that people feel comfortable and they feel connected. And it's not only with their service provider, it's with each other. So, we've had several Zoom meetings with our team, and the thing that strikes me so much is how important it is that they're connecting with each other and having this opportunity to not feel isolated, because I think the isolation is as painful as the health and financial crisis that we're facing.
Especially for people used to being together every day and feeding off each other's creativity, I think it's really challenging.
Right. You're exactly
Now,
right, Stacey.
I don't know if it was through this site or from someone else, but you learned from a healthcare provider in your community that they have certain needs working in the hospitals right now, and there was a way that you could come and help and address that. So talk about that a little bit, because I think this is interesting for any salon, because these are probably requirements that are in any healthcare facility.
Right. So we have several guests that are nurses, and several of them are on the front line. And we heard from one who's a longtime guest that one of the challenges that the nurses are facing is the frequency for which they shampoo and have to condition their hair. And their hair is really, moisture challenged and very dry and brittle. And so one of our stylists, Megan Albert, quickly went in and provided that. And we kind of talked as a group and said, really, how can we make this bigger and how could we reach more people? And honestly, with one phone call to one of our such important partners in our products. Within like a minute of conversation, they said, how can we help? We'll be right there. We've identified the hospitals. We have a core person leading it, and we were able to ship the product right in to that particular person, who then distribute it to all the frontline, warriors out there protecting us.
What was their response to that outpouring?
It was amazing. It's been emotional and amazing, because through this time of crisis, we all feel the most important thing is, feeling a sense of connection and people recognizing what they're doing. We sometimes are uncomfortable because we're stuck at home and we're, self, isolation and not going through the normal things that kind of add value to our life. And these people are like every day getting up, putting themselves, their families, their loved ones, trying to protect us and trying to make a difference on the front line. So the appreciation has been amazing. And it's honestly something little and thoughtful, but I have to say, our brand partner, Greg and Joanne at InnerSense, they were like, how can we help? And, they're in the middle of Los Angeles dealing with the same type of crisis. But within literally a minute, they said, Marcy, let's make this happen. Let's get this done. Let's get this product to them. And, it was just a true sense of partnership and doing the right thing.
So that's amazing. Now, the reason that they need to wash more frequently is it that the protocols that when they're off a shift before they go home or before they go anywhere else, they're supposed to shower, or what's the protocol for them?
So it's depending on the different hospitals, but the majority of them are being asked to shampoo much more frequent, because there is a sense that, again, I don't know if it's scientifically proven, but that the potential that the virus could live in their hair. So the concern is to shampoo as frequent as possible and to ensure that their hair is exceptionally clean. Some of them are being asked to shampoo at the end of their shift. Some are also shampooing separately in a separate site in their home that no one else is using that area, just to keep things safe and as protected as possible.
So after their shift, before they go home, probably, yeah. And if you're not used to shampooing daily, then that's a big stress on your hair. It's a big change.
Exactly. I think there's a moisture issue, there's a damage issue, there's a dryness, and that's the reason why we chose InnerSense, which is a very natural product and really is gentle on the hair.
So you've done a lot to engage your team as well, and not just, we've done a lot about Zoom educational calls and sharing like techniques and things, but you're kind of taking it deeper and addressing the spiritual needs of your team and your guests by bringing in accessing some people on your team that have some special skills. So talk a little bit about that and what a difference that's making.
Again, I think as a leader of a company and a salon, right? So we're focused on the physical training of the services we provide. We forget, and especially in a time of crisis, how our team needs technique and guidance to, provide some self-help to themselves as they go through this. And we are really fortunate that we have some great guests that are amazing. One is Olivia, who I don't know if you've had a chance to see her videos, but she is like a breath of sunshine in a very dark moment. And she has provided, she's an engineer by trade, but she has a whole expertise in the physical space as well as yoga and meditation. And she's just provided some great tips, and our team has loved it. And we said, why limit it to just our team? So we're sharing it with our guests, along with Chris as well. And, there's a combination of some guided individual recommendations, but at the same time, giving a broader message of, a hope and purpose and how to really take care of you. Because when we do start to go through what we're calling our third phase of this crisis, which is kind of re-engagement, that our team feels like they're prepared and ready to come back as well. And I think it will make all the difference so that they can then serve their guests that are coming through the door.
That's great. I think that's amazing. So just kind of finally, like, what are you doing to prepare to reopen? And what do you think that's going to look like for you?
So I think what we have come to realize, we've all taken a step back and connecting with the team and understanding where their fear is. I think fundamentally, Stacy, this comes down to fear.
Mhm.
And there's some things that we can control in this process, and there's so much that we can't. So what we can control, such as our hours of operation, our flow of service, protective gear, gloves and masks, our team are incredibly comfortable and being prepared to wear those. People having flexibility in their schedule so that they feel like they can give their guests the amount of time they need, but at the same time not feel overwhelmed with too many guests in at the same time. So we've done a lot on the physical side. I think the next thing that we feel really comfortable with is that, like, my community will live beyond this crisis. You know, we've kind of done it in stages. It's been the crisis, thoughtful planning, and then re-engagement, and then of course we'll readjust and realign. But we really feel that this type of service is not something that's on our menu. It's not something we charge for, but it will continue. So, you know, we're just trying to stay connected and do the right thing, and hopefully make a little bit of difference, share a little kindness. And we are, you know, all looking forward to our new normal and controlling what we can. And hopefully people, you know, beyond the doctor, or I should say the doctors, the scientists, will be able to find additional levels of support that can really enable people to feel comfortable. Again, that's up to the professionals, but in the meantime, you know, we're excited to get back together.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today and talk about what you're doing. And just on a personal note, I was a client at your salon 22 years ago because I was pregnant with my son Charlie. So it's been a long, long time, but beautiful, beautiful salon, and I'm so glad to hear that you're doing so many positive things.
Stacy, thanks so much. Boy, that seems like that was just yesterday. But honestly, you know, I'm one person that's here in the Zoom call. It's the team behind us. You know, I'm so grateful to work alongside of our team who care so deeply. So again, thanks for the opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome. And thanks for sharing what they're doing. I appreciate it.
Great.
Stay strong.
See you soon.